Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for Oregairu Climax, episode 11. 2 more episodes. I've got 2 more episodes left in the entirety of Oregairu. 2 more episodes and I am done with this goddamn amazing series. I will go more in depth on my thoughts about the series as a whole in the finale, so that will not be in this episode. But last episode, the prom went well, went off without a hitch, nothing went wrong. But it was the afterwards that we had some issues, where Haruno kind of brought up the impending idea that I'll watch that reaction. If I start getting into it, I'm never going to stop talking about it, and I want to get into this episode 11 to see how things resolve, as Hiratsuka is here to give Hikigaya his final lesson. Which, that was a bit of a reality crusher for me last episode. At the very end when Hiratsuka was telling Hikigaya it's time for her to give him his final lesson. It was a bit of a heart crusher, because it's true. We only have 2 more episodes left. There's only so much more she can teach them in 2 episodes. So I'm both terrified and super interested to see how this goes and see how it all plays out. See how Hikigaya is able to resolve everything that's been going on with Yukino, and just what else this show has in store for us. So I don't think I have too much else to say. Like I said, I could get into more recap, but if I do, I'm never going to stop talking about it. So I think we're just going to have to hop right into this episode. I don't know what Hiratsuka is going to tell him. I'm really not sure, but I'm excited to find out nonetheless. So per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, and past manga, and we have non-anime conversations as well. As far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all of my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop straight into Oregairu Climax, episode 11. Yeah. Picking up right where last episode left off. Words aren't enough to convey. Yep. It's a repeat of season 2, episode 8. It is a repeat of that all over again. He knows the answer. He has the answer. It's not like he doesn't have the answer. It's a matter of getting to the answer. Getting the answer into words, getting the answers into feelings, realizing it, realizing that he has the answer, or has had the answer all along. Oh god, oh dear god, the "you complicate things too much" is the realest statement anybody has said in the entirety of Oregairu. Nobody has said a realer statement than "you complicate things too much." God, that is just every character in this series. Annoying, wimpy, twisted personality, can't say what he means, complicates things, slow to reply to messages, makes people worry, dead eyes. All of those are true. I don't know about the messages one. We've never seen him be slow to reply to messages, except for like once where he purposefully ignored Hiratsuka back in like season 1. But other than that, I don't want to agree with her, but because like wimpy and annoying just sounds like it's insulting. But twisted personality, can't say what he means, complicates things, and makes people worry. All 4 of those are very true. We get my love for you. I love that. I love that. Just behind that whole wall of outwardly maybe what could be seen as negative things, at the end of it, at the end of it all, like she said, I couldn't ask for a more fulfilling student. She has had her work cut out for her with him, and it seems that she has loved every second of watching him grow. And I mean, that's the joy of being a teacher as far as I know. I'm not a teacher myself, nor do I ever plan to be, but from everything I understand about being a teacher, that is the joy for a lot of teachers, is watching their students grow, watching them mature, watching them become better people. And so someone like Hikigaya, who started at rock bottom, to see him journey to where he is, there really probably isn't anything more fulfilling out there for Hiratsuka. Gotta pat the cowlick down. Wait. If you can't solve this in 1 word, then use all the words you need. And if words aren't enough, get the job done, throw in some actions. Hell yes. I love how this time she's not handing it to him. Like in episode 8, she gave him that final push so he could understand everything that he had been experiencing and understand, or not necessarily understand, but realize what he'd been trying to understand. But this time she's telling him, you know it already. You know it in your heart of hearts. You just need to figure out how to display it. Words, actions, use as many of them as humanly possible to achieve what you know is the truth. I'm getting like deja vu from season 2, episode 8, when Hiratsuka gave him a very similar speech. And that speech is one of my favorite speeches from this entire series. Hikigaya has a lot of good speeches in this series, but that Hiratsuka one, that lesson she gave to him there, is one of my favorite moments from the entire series, because she laid it all bare, and much like a great teacher would, she pushed him in the right path, and she's doing the same thing now. Except for this time, she's forcing him to come up with whatever he has to do to achieve it. She's not directly telling him whatever it may be, which she didn't do last time either, but she was a little more direct in her approach last time. Yeah, it's nothing but a hopeless sham. We placated ourselves with fake compromises and distorted our relationship beyond repair. Damn, that is a bar if I've ever heard one. This show drops some crazy bars on you, and that is absolutely one of them. And make it, oh, I deliberately screwed up my Ethan, now I'm going to end it. Whoa. Yep, the remains of the graduation ceremony they had the other day. Hello, Yui. Oh, she was waiting for Hikigaya, huh?
部活ないと結構暇だよね。なんか前はそんなこと全然思わなかったのに。そうかも。ねえ、ヒッキー。これで本当にいいと思う？
No.
ちゃんと考えて答えて。
Oh. No spitting out a fake answer for you, sir. She is making you give an answer.
もし本当にいいなら、私のお願いちゃんと言うから。
You still have to answer her final wish.
本当に大事なお願い。
部活が終わること自体は仕方ないと思ってる。いずれは終わるものだからな。部活がなくなることは避けられない。雪の下に続ける意志がないことも分かってる。とく言ってる。俺は終わらせてもいいと思う。
Damn. She wanted a surefire answer. He gave her one. That was a very, very firm and surefire answer from Hikigaya. And what I'm assuming here is the club is a metaphor for their current way their current friendship, or the current way their friend group is headed. It's like, if we're shutting down the club, we're shutting down this current facade of a friendship we have going. We're gonna shut that down and build something anew. That is my hope. That is what I am getting out of this scene. I could be totally wrong, but that is what I'm getting out of this, is that the whole club shutting down, it's inevitable, whatever it may be, is a metaphor for their friend group being shut down as it is. But then you gotta build something up new after that. Just because the club is gone doesn't mean the friend group has to be gone as well. We'll see though. We'll see if I'm correct on that. Let's see what her final wish is. Oh.
一つだけ納得できないことがある。あいつが何かを諦めた代償行為として、俺はそれを認められない。俺が歪ませていたなら。
Oh God! Damn! Slapped the fuck out of himself.
何それ？
めっちゃ気持ち悪いこと言うけど、単純にあれだ。俺はあいつと関わりがなくなるのが嫌で。
Wow!
それが納得いってねえんだ。
Damn! That is the first time he has ever openly admitted something like that. Also, referring, because Yui was about to say, so was Yui here about to say that her final wish was to get with him? Is that what she was going to say here? I'm a little, because like the whole club thing, I was assuming was a metaphor for their friend group, which I guess it technically could be. Like, the club is shutting down, so the friend group is shutting down, and whatever it may be, Yukino wants to, the whole thing about Yukino has been trying to become self-sufficient and whatever it may be, and Haruno's words about codependency and everything like that were getting under her nerves. And so the whole thing about the club shutting down is what I was correct in the fact that it is a metaphor for their friend group shutting down. And so Yui was going to take that as like, okay, your connection with Yukino is gone, but we're still a thing. So maybe she was gonna try and make her final wish. I guess she was waiting for his response to see if she could give him her final wish. Her final wish being to be with him. She was seeing what his response was going to be to decide what her final wish was going to be in the first place. That is what I'm assuming. If the response he gave was one of the group is shutting down, that's inevitable. It's gonna happen no matter what. And so you was like, okay, then, and I'm assuming she's gonna follow it up with, can we be a thing, or something to that degree. The show is stupidly vague with how their characters talk, so probably would have been something vague, but she might have gone and taken the step forward for them to be a thing, but Hikigaya said he can't lose his connection with Yukino, which then makes it impossible for her to give that wish. That is what I'm collecting right now, kinda. We'll see. Because he just outright admitted, he didn't admit that he liked her, but he kind of indirectly did in the fact that Yui knows what that means. We know what it means, but on just like an outside, just if we're talking from words, then it just sounds like he doesn't want to lose his friendship with her. He can't accept this whole thing that he's gonna lose his connection to her.
関わりなくならないんじゃないかな。
普通はな、たまになんかで顔を合わせてそれなりに付き合いは続く。でも俺はそうじゃない。
Yep.
このまま関わることを諦めたら
If I give up my connection with her now, then it'll probably stay that way. Yeah, the realistic thing would be like you connect every now and then, whatever gatherings you go to, like a class meetup or something, maybe then yeah, you would see her then and interact, but the connection would never be the same. The connection they have now would fade into history, and it would never be the same, and he can't willingly give that up, which is basically him admitting this is basically the end-all be-all to his relationship with Yui. Like, he basically this is the finale to shooting her down a billionth time. Yui is faced with the reality that he likes Yukino. She gets her hopes up every time. Well, I don't know if she gets her hopes up, but she definitely did get her hopes up earlier, only to be shot down one final time. Ah, Jesus. This episode's off to quite the start.
ちょっと納得いかなくてな。
それ言わなきゃ。
Yep, just like Hiratsuka said, words, actions, whatever it may be, she will never understand until you say it, but then there's also the fact of, yeah, Yukino probably wouldn't get it just with words either. Maybe that's where the action comes in.
ってないし理由にもなってない。
伝わらなくてもっていうかヒッキー伝える努力してないだけじゃん。
It's very true.
話すだけじゃ伝わらないってそうだなって思う。その分私が分かろうとするからいいの。ユキノも多分そうだよ。もうずっと前から決まってるの。全部欲しい。
Yep. The same thing as the finale for season 2. The same thing. She wants it all.
ヒッキーとユキノがいるところに私もいたいって思う。だから絶対言って。
大丈夫だ。ちゃんと伝える。
本当に？
ああ、難易度も高いが。
It will be difficult as hell to pull it
言
off.
えばいいだけなのに。
Yep.
一言程度で伝わるかよ。面倒かけて悪いな。いつかもっとうまくやれるようになる。
Wow.
ちゃんと受け止められるように多分そのうちなると思うけど、お前はそれを待たなくていい。
何それ待たないよ。
だな、なんか気持ち悪いこと言ったわ。
本当それ。さてと行こっか。
That's it. That's all she wrote, folks. That is all she wrote for Hikigaya and Yui. What a beautiful scene. Just her expression when that was him very lightly denying her for certain this time. I mean, he apologized for not being able to communicate well and then shut her down finally. For sure this time. There's no misunderstandings, no lingering anything. That was a full completely shutting her down. Man, the way they followed it up too with that banter where she was like, I'm not waiting, which either way. Anyway, she said, I'm not waiting, and then he followed it with, I know that was a creepy thing to say, and they had a little giggle, but yeah, that's it. He has officially chose Yukino. It's been building up, and that's been the obvious choice for a while now. Yui has been put through literal hell this season on several occasions, but the die is cast, and that is it. He denied her. He completely shut her down. Finally, it has been a long time coming that he's needed to face her head on and fully deny her head on, but he did it. He actually conveyed his feelings and shut her down finally. So now the last objective is to convey his words and feelings to Yukino, and we will see how that goes. we will see how that goes. We're only 7 minutes into this episode, and I've already been recording for 20 minutes. You know it's gonna be a good episode of Oregairu when I'm not even a third of the way through the episode yet, and I'm already recording for an extended period of time. God damn. I like how they basically concluded that, first of all, I like how Yui reiterated her wish. It didn't change from last season. She wants it all. She either wants to be with Hikigaya, or she wants to still be friends with Yukino and Hikigaya no matter what. Her end-all be-all is to be with them no matter what. That's what she means, and also the I want it all was originally as added in that she wanted to be with Hikigaya, but obviously that's had to be tossed to the side. I want to see what Hikigaya said. It's so painful. It's so painful. I feel so bad for her. It sucks, but it seems like throughout the course of this season has been building her up to accept it. She still had that pained expression. Like, obviously, him straight up telling her, this fucking hurts. No matter what, this was going to hurt. Like, for her, no matter how much she had built it up in her head that she knew it wasn't going to happen, it still hurts. Getting rejected by someone you like, no matter how much you know it's going to happen, still fucking hurts. And this whole season has really been building up for her to accept this. That's really what a lot of this season has been building up to. It sucks so much. It sucks so much. Let her down. Is she okay? Probably not. Yeah. That's literally what I just said. No tears came out because she's already cried so many because they've spent this entire goddamn season prepping her to be rejected. They've spent the entire season building up to that. Unless she's gonna cry once she gets inside here. Yep, there you go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. No matter how much you think you're prepared, no matter how many tears you've already cried, it still hits. There's no way to avoid that. Gaha Mama already knew as well. Yeah. Something that extends far beyond it. Yep, it even sucks more because, like, just for the average person, such as myself or whatever it may be, that's not the right way to put it, but the more you experience stuff like this, the more numb is the wrong word. That is really, really the wrong word to use, but the more numb you become to feelings like rejection, sadness from relationships, and whatever it may be, the more experience you gain throughout life. This is their first love. All three of them, it is all three of their first love, and so it's gonna hit like a fucking truck no matter how prepared Yui might have thought she was. It's still gonna get a hit like a truck at the end of the day. I love that too. This is a deeper feeling, something more beyond that, something that extends far beyond it. We are experiencing our first love. I really love the way that feeling was conveyed. It's not some superficial love. It is something genuine. Like that, the feeling she's describing here is a feeling of genuinity. Oh, that was so good. That was so goddamn good. And I'm assuming the words like, I couldn't get the words out, how could they? Is she was going to say something like, I love you there on that bench to Hikigaya, but the words couldn't come out because one, he rejected her, and two, it's as she just described, the feeling is so much deeper than that at this point. Though just saying I love you will not placate, will not showcase how deep her feelings run for him. But I will say, at least this is the final time I have to see this poor girl in pain, because it's been a world of hurt for her for literally the entire season. I'm glad she got to have that dance with Hikigaya last episode. That was very sweet. She got at least a little win at the end of the day. God, this poor girl has been put through hell and back.
どういうことか説明してもらえますか？なんで生徒会が感知していない合同プロムが動いてるんですかね？
Oh god, they found out about the other.
却下です。
弁護士の立ち会いを。もう締め切りがあるので。
説明を。
Oh god.
昨日いきなり上から言われて無理やり出たんだけど。
ダミープロム？
Yeah, they're throwing Hikigaya under the bus here.
直接話を伺いたいのは山々なんですけど、先輩はただいま絶賛を呼び出しちゃうんですよ。
Oh god. What is going on?
あのババアが来たってことは絶対面倒なことになるじゃないですか。
Yeah. Oh my god.
先輩もなんでわ。
Yeah, so he's doing something here. This is on purpose. I thought this was the residuals of that fake prom they put up, but no. As she described here, let's go back to the very beginning of this. Why exactly is there a joint prom project happening that the student council isn't involved in? Oh, it's just like her saying denied with a giant smile on her face. Yesterday, we were forced to do all this without... Okay, so yes. This has nothing to do with the prom that happened previously. This is Hikigaya coming up with a new plan to get his feelings across to Yukino. This is a totally separate thing. For Yukino, that's what it's all for at the end of the day. Just post the info and I'll handle it.
むしろ失敗していいまである友のたまっておったな。助けたくもなるのが人情よな。
できましたけどね。
デザインあと3パターンくれって言われて。
I was totally ready to kill him.
アキラ、編集者。
うるさいです。考えてるから静かにしてください。
Damn, they're getting the real Iroha here.
意味わかんない。
もう少し賢い子だと思っていたけれど、交渉になってないわね。指されていないわ。
そうですね。そもそも保護者会相手に交渉をしているわけじゃないですから。ただ粛々と取り行う旨。
なぜこんなことをするのかよくわからないのよ。どういうつもり？
何が？どうあれ、前回のプロムではご納得いただけていなかった方もいらっしゃるようなので。
Ooh, so this is a whole new prom thing he's bringing up. I wonder if it is the exact same as the fake prom that they came up with, or if it's taking different aspects, because Hikigaya and Yui did go talk with the other school, where he pointed out a lot of flaws, and so it seems like they're taking this fake joint prom and are actually going to put it into practice now. Before, it was just what it was a fake prom, but it seems like Hikigaya is, for whatever reason, actually trying to put it into practice now for the next year, whenever prom rolls back around again.
最後くらいこっちのペースに付き合えよ。
何か不満があったの？
ゆきのちゃんは満足してたみたいだし、お母さんもあれでいいんでしょ？
Ratsuka's like, what the fuck is going on here?
俺も納得はしてないんです。
理由を聞いてもいいかしら。
それ
Damn.
が実現してた。うまくいかなかったとしても、ちゃんと決着つけないとずっとくすぶるから。
And my feelings will smolder forever. Yep, Haruno got it immediately. Haruno got it immediately. Yep. I love how Haruno and Hikigaya are on the same wavelength here. They're on the exact same wavelength.
君バカでしょ。
おっしゃる通り。
Yep.
をいただく気はないです。わけでもないので、あくまで有志の活動ということで。
そうもいかないでしょ。うるさい保護者を黙らせたのはうちよ。うちに文句が来るに決まってるじゃない。
そうね。
これはもううちの問題でもあるの。ゆきのちゃんが自分で決めて頑張ったことなわけでしょ。お母さんだって認めてくれたわけだし。引谷くん、それを否定するの？うちの問題に口を挟む意味。
She's testing his resolve right now. Haruno is just outright testing his resolve. The hell was up with that? Did his voice sound weird to anybody else? Was that just me? Hang on, I need to listen to that again. But I love how... I'm gonna repeat myself, but I love how Haruno and Hikigaya are on the same wavelength. She knew immediately that he was trying to do this whole thing to convey his feelings to Yukino.
もう取れるなら取るつもりです。
Why does it sound like that? Weird. Also, what did he say? If I can take responsibility for that too, then I intend to. Whoa!
へえ、やっぱ
You are an idiot!
そういうことを言うときは本当にできると思ってるの？
試すまでもないわ。こちらの予算はほぼ使い切っているし、そこから補填はできない。足りていない。不可能よ。
Oh, are they trying to hold this prom still this year? I thought this was going to be like setting up the prom for next year kind of thing, but it seems like they might be trying to hold this prom right now this year still because some people were unsatisfied with the last one. Because like Yukino was saying, we're out of budget. Like we just used all our budget on the last prom, so of course we're not going to have any money to throw a totally new one.
俺では無理ですね。 幸いプロモを取り仕切った経験者に当てがありまして、お宅の娘さんなんですけどね。それともご息女の資質をお疑いですか？前回のプロモに何かご懸念でも？
Ooh. Damn, he's signing her up. He's forcing her to sign up.
私がどう答えてもご説明は受けたまわりました。有志のイベントということであれば。
Nope.
保護者会としてはね。
母親としては反対よ。失敗すると分かっているものに。だからね、ユキノ、あなたが決めなさい。責任者
Ooh.
はあなたなのでしょ。
I love that.
そう。雪の下雪乃はすでに答えを決めていて、その答えを口にするのだと確信していた。
She'd give that answer.
考えるまでもないことよ。答えなんてもう決まってる。
俺が立てるべきだった対策はただ一つ。俺の交渉相手は最初からただ一人。雪の下雪乃だ。
Yep.
成功させる自信はない。カモが足りてない上に無理しなくていい。
抜粋挑発ね。
Yep. He is blatantly baiting her to join him in doing this prom. I love every bit of this. I love everything about this. He was never even, his whole goal was never even in the first place to debate or do anything with Yukino's mom or Haruno. It was just to get her to say yes to do it with him. That was it. The whole thing, this whole thing was just to get her to say yes to doing it with him.
俺を助けてくれ。
Ooh.
負けず嫌いだから。事態の収拾を図ります。
そう。ユキノ、私は母として言うべきことは言いました。それでもなお、あなたがやるというなら
Then be sure you see it
必
through.
ずやり遂げなさい。
言われるまでもないわ。
Hell yeah. I fucking love the confidence. I love it so much. I love it.
あの状況で断れるわけないじゃない。あなた本当に何なの？全く意味がわからない。
Yeah, it's just like he said. It wouldn't get through to her.
別に言いくるめてない。
I'm terrified by the fact that they just backed down. Yeah.
タイプじゃないわね。
えい
母さんのあの目、姉さんに向けるのと同じだった。
認められたってことか。
見放されたのかも。なんであんな無茶なこと言い出したの？
あれしかお前と関わる方法がなかった。
は？
露骨がなくなると他に思いつかなかったんだ。
Damn.
約束はどうなったの？
He's breaking in.
その一環と言えなくもない。お前がいてほしいってそう言われてな。
それなら別にわざわざこんなことしなくても。
無理だとか、
Yep.
同級生とか呼び方はいろいろあるだろうけど、そういう関係をうまく保てる自信がない。
私はちゃんとやる。もっとうまくできるようにきっとなるわ。
言っちゃなんだが、俺もお前もそこそこ低い上に
Yeah, absolutely.
がど下手くそだ。今さら器用になんてできる気がしねえ。距離を置いたらそのままどころか。
Oh my god, she's still going. She is still going. And he's going to catch up. Oh! Oh!
話したら二度とつかめねえんだよ。こういうの言うのはすげえ恥ずかしくて今すぐ死にたい。
And I'd like to drop dead right about
責
now.
任取るなんて義務感とかじゃないんだ。責任取りたいというか、取らせてくれというか。
Oh my god! This is so Hikigaya. This is so Hikigaya. This is so Hikigaya. 100 times over, this is Hikigaya.
義務じゃなくて意思の問題だ。だからお前の人生
Allow me the privilege of distorting your life.
歪めるって何？どういう意味で言っているの？
は俺にはないからな。多分俺もお前も普通に進学してそれなりにまっとうに生きると思う。関わり合うとなんか遠回りしたり足踏みしたり人生がちょっと歪む。
そういうことなら。
Yeah.
そう思う。
Both of your lives have changed so much because of the entrance of each other.
離れてその度に歪んだ気がする。
あなたが歪んでいるのは元からでしょう。私もだけれど。
これ
Yup.
からはもっと歪む。人の人生歪める以上対価は
I
ちゃんと
intend to
払う
pay a price to make up for it.
そういう曖昧なものしかないんだけど、大した人生を送ってねえし、でも人の人生に関わる以上こっちもかけなきゃフェアじゃないから、お前の人生に関わら
Woo! Holy shit.
そんなの釣り合いが取れていない。私の将来や進路にそこまでの価値ない。あなたにはもっ と。
なら安心だな。あんまり価値がついてない。不人気銘柄で。
It's essentially bottomed out. There's no risk it'll go any lower. That's why you gotta invest now, because we can only go up from here. Oh my god. I'm obviously gonna go back through that entire speech there because there's so much to unpack. I just wanted to let the scene play out, but I had to take a second after that joke just to fucking breathe.
詐欺の上トークじゃない。最低のプレゼンよ。なんでそんなどうでもいいバカみたいな言葉はペラペラ出てくるの？もっと他に言うことあるでしょ。
There is.
言葉になってたまるかよ。
私、多分とても面倒な人間。
Oh.
知ってる。
とにかくずっと迷惑をかけてばかり。
今更だろ。
頑固で可愛げもない。
まあそうだな。
そこは否定して。
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part you're supposed to deny.
無茶言うなよ。
あなたに頼りきりで。
俺がもっとダメになればいいだけだ
I
な。
have to become more useless than that.
それか。
いいよ。
Oh my god.
どんなにめんどくさくてもいい。厄介でもいい。逆にそこがいいまである。
Could even say that's a good thing about
全
you.
然嬉しくない。
あいた。
他にあるでしょ。
There's more than that. Oh my god. Hikigaya. Holy
人
shit.
生歪める対価には足りないだろうけど。まあ、全部やる。いらなかったら捨ててくれ。血で勝手にやるから、返事も別にしなくていい。
Oh my god. Oh my god.
私はちゃんと言うわ。
It's happening. It's happening.
人生を私にください。
もう。
お金の話仕方ないじゃない。
So deal with it. Oh my god, she is so embarrassed. Oh, did he hug her back? He did. We get this beautiful song kicking into. Whew! That's gotta be one of the best confessions I've ever seen. We gotta listen to this, of course, this beautiful song being sung by Yukino's VA. Oh, this is the same song that Yui sang in episode 4. God, she has such a beautiful voice. Holy shit. She has such a beautiful voice. We do have an end credit scene. Only watching the bottom? Oh my god, we're getting the first speech.
青春を謳歌せし者たちは、からを取り巻く環境のすべてを崩壊をしても、それすら青春。
Isn't this the speech he gave in episode 1? I'm pretty certain.
結論を言おう。
Oh my god. Shit. Did not mean to do that. Jesus! Oh my god. Whoo! Wow. That has got to be one of the best confessions I've ever seen. I love you was not said once. I like you was not said once, yet a billion feelings were conveyed. It's just like Yui said. I love you does not convey their feelings at all. It what were her exact words? What were her exact words? I need to get her exact words. This is a deeper feeling, something more than that. Something that extends far beyond it. And I love you could never envelop all of their feelings together. And also Hikigaya and Yukino are not at the stage where they can say that. They're still not there yet. They're working their way there. But I think this confession was so much better. So much better. The confession was so Yukino and Hikigaya. That is the best way I can put it. It was so them. That is the best way to put it, is that confession was so them. It was so them. Everything about the confession was so them. The way they spoke in these big, robust sentences with all these big words and whatever it may be, just to convey the feeling that they love each other. So good. I have so much I could say about that, honestly. And the fact that that scene was a whole, like, god damn, that was a long scene. I just made it a purpose to not pause at all through it, and so now we're gonna go back through it, but this time I'm gonna pause and talk about stuff. It was like, it's not even necessarily about her acknowledging her, it's her acknowledging that Yukino has finally fleshed into her own person. That is what her mother was kind of acknowledging there. That is my take on that kind of look she gave her. Is it was her mom finally acknowledging Yukino has grown into her own person.
なんであんな無茶なこと言い出したの？
あれしかお前と関わる方法がなかった。
Just this bewildered, huh? Just that is the most unexpected thing to come out of Hikigai's mouth directly. And the Hikigai was so smooth here. He did not back down once. He said everything with his chest, except obviously I love you, because he was too embarrassed to say that. But he got all the words out he needed to convey the sentiment and more. He did so well here. So well. And the only reason this was possible is because of the conversation he had with Yui, the conversation he had with Hiratsuka. The people around him are what made this possible. Obviously the development is from himself, but these people around him pushed him and prodded him until he became the person that he is here, to where he can say something like this to her. Like, it's so good. His development is probably some of my favorite character development I've ever seen. Hikigai probably has some of the best character development ever. To get you to come to me, and she just is so bewildered by it. But the reason this worked out is because Yui backed out of her wish. Her wish, she had two wishes. She said she had decided on her wish from the beginning, but that's not true. She was torn between two wishes. Depending on what Hikigai told her, it was either going to be, I like you, or I want us to all stay friends at the end of this. And the way that Hikigai's speech went with her, she went with I want us to all be friends, and stifled her own feelings, as we saw tragically happen at the beginning of the episode. So her wish was two wishes, but because of Hikigai's resolve and what he said to her, it came down to one wish at the end of the day. I love this. I love the immediate denial. She's like, we could have just kept things going. No, not at all, because that's not genuine. Nothing about the way that their friend group was conducted, nothing about it was genuine. Nothing about it. Yep. I like her determination there. I do like her determination that she said, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna get better at this. I like that. She's determined to get better at it, but as of right now, we're working on it, to say the least. Everything he's saying here is true. I love how he almost backs off. He almost backs off here. He almost gives up. But this is not the same Hikigai anymore. This is not that same old Hikigai who would have backed off. And the fact that he pushes through the adversity to go after her again is just, chef's kiss. That line is so smooth. That line is so goddamn smooth. So goddamn smooth. If I let you grow, I won't be able to grab hold of you again. And then I love how he says, this is extremely embarrassing for me to say and I'd like to drop dead. But he doesn't even end up actually saying I like you or I love you. They both, in their overcomplicated ways, they overcomplicate it and say a bunch of extra stuff because they're both too embarrassed to really say it. Yep. I love that sentiment as well. It's not him taking responsibility for anything. He wants to be gifted with that responsibility. The way they both look away so embarrassed just from holding hands. And obviously Hikigai is saying that. But desire. I want to stay involved with you out of desire. Literally just straight up admitting that he likes her. Literally just straight up admitting it. I love that so much. And then the way he goes into what distort means is also so good as well. It's such a roundabout way of putting it. Such a roundabout way, but I mean, it's like Hikigai said, we overcomplicate things. I love that sentiment. At the end of the day, whether you go on without me or we stay involved, your life is largely probably gonna play out the same way. Largely in part whether I'm there or not. But the little things, you're gonna, like he said, we'll take detours, stay at a standstill, whatever it may be. He distorts her life in little ways. But I also think he's downplaying the effect that he has had on her life. I think he is very much downplaying the effect he has already had on her life. And I think she also downplays the effect that she has also had on his life as well. Yep. You both warped I think I said this during the actual thing too, but you both warped each other's lives so goddamn much, and it's all for the better. It's all for the better. And then you gotta toss Yui in there, who warped your lives even further.
たが歪んでいるのは元からでしょ。
Yeah.
私もだけれど。
人の人生歪める以上、時間とか感情とか将来とか人生とか先々もあんま見込みはないが、こっちもかけなきゃフェアじゃないからな。もろ全部やるから、お前の人生に関わらせてくれ。
そんなの。
I love how she shuts him down after that. I love how she shuts him down after that, because that was necessary.
私の
Yeah.
勝利と。
なら安心だな。俺の人生も今んとこあんまり価値が。
I like how she both shuts him down and then he follows it up with this as well. This was so good. This was so good.
今が一番お買い得だ。
詐欺の上トークじゃない。最低のプレゼンよ。
The worst pitch I've ever
どうでもいい
heard.
バカみたいな言葉はペラペラ出てくるの。もっと他に言うことあるでしょ。
You really think I can put that into words? Yeah. The feeling they have for each other. You really think Hikigaya could put that into words right now? I love how she starts listing off like probably insecurities that she has for herself, and he basically just accepts them all. The same could be said for Hikigaya to her. It's not like that's exclusive to you causing trouble for Hikigaya. He has 1000% also caused trouble for you along the way.
頑固で可愛げもない。
まあそうだ。
And then this part was too good. You're not supposed to agree with that part.
そこは否定してほしかったけれど。
無茶言うなよ。
どんどんダメになる気がする。
I love how everything she says he thwarts immediately. He always thwarts it. Her worries, he tosses these little snarky comments back at her. I love that. Because this whole thing about like, this has been a big problem for her is because she's been very insecure about having to rely on Hikigaya too much. And here he just says, I'll just have to become more and more useless until you literally can't rely on me. If we're all useless, then no one is.
それから。
いいよ。女にめんどくさくてもいい。厄介でもいい。
I could even say that's a good thing about
全然嬉しく
you.
ない。
あいた。
I'm seriously telling you, this is probably one of the best confessions I've ever seen. Just everything they're saying back and forth to each other is so good.
他にあるでしょ。
人生歪める対価には足りないだろう。全部やる。いらなかったら捨ててくれ。
I love that so much. That's so good. I'll give you everything. If you don't want it, throw it away. If it's annoying, just forget about it. It's something I'm doing for myself. So you don't need to give me a reply if you don't want to. The best confession. It's such an unconventional confession is probably the best way to put it. This is the most unconventional confession I've ever seen, but it's so Hikigaya and Yukino, and that's what I love about it. It is so a confession that they would have to each other. I wouldn't want it any other way. Like as she comes at him and is like, well, I'm gonna say it clearly. Because he went all on that rattling on and on and on, whatever it may be. Although it was all good stuff, she just comes back at him and is like, I'm gonna say it clearly.
あなたの人生を私にください。
も
知らないのだから仕方ないじゃない。
Man, she got so embarrassed from this. So goddamn embarrassed. It's done. It is done. We got one more episode. I'm interested to see how it all plays out. But I think I'll just do the outro to the video here. Why not? As a whole, this is such a good episode. Absolutely peak episode of Oregairu. One of my favorites of the entire series. That confession was so good. I'm excited to see what next episode's gonna have in store. The finale. I wonder if it's just gonna be like exploring their relationship or really what it is. I mean, I don't know. I hope we're gonna see our cast, our whole cast again. Everybody's gonna get their own moments. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very sad that the series is coming to an end. I really wish there was like 13 episodes so we could have like 2 episodes to explore Hikigaya and Yukino's relationship a little bit, and then also get to see all our side characters and whatnot. But yeah, we'll have to see how the finale goes in the next episode. I don't think I have too much else to say though. I've done more than enough analyzing for this video. So I think that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Oregairu. I'm gonna pause it before it goes into the preview. I think that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Oregairu Climax. Episode 11. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.